I'm going to talk about our solar system and Milky Way. Well, first about the solar system. As you well know, it consists of a central star, the Sun, and the bodies orbited. Well, let me ask you guys, what are these bodies? Since orbiting the Sun include planets and the Moon and asteroids and some comets too. Here, if you add meteoroids, the list of these bodies will be complete. This list used to include 9 planets and their 64 moon asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. But just a month ago, on August 24th, the International Astronomical Union passed a new definition of planet that puts Pluto in a new category of dwarf planets. So now we have 8 genuine planets and Pluto. Besides all of these, the solar system contains interplanetary gas and dust as well. The planets in our solar system differ greatly from each other. For example, Mercury, the closest to the Sun, has a surface temperature of 400 degrees Celsius, while Neptune, on which wind blows up to 2,000 kilometers or 12,000 hours on Neptune, the mean cloud temperature reaches a low of -100 to 153 degrees Celsius. Pluto, now called dwarf, which is 3.6 billion miles away from the Sun. That is 40 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. The temperature reaches a low of -230 degrees Celsius. Also, all of the planets, only 5 are visible to the unaided eye, and to see Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The furthest three, a telescope is needed. The same is true for the rings of Saturn and for the asteroids or minor planets that orbit around the Sun, especially between Mars and Jupiter by the thousands. The planets fall into two groups: the four small rocky planets near the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And the four planets further out, the so-called gas giants: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Between the rocky planets and gas giants is the asteroid belt, which contains thousands of chunks of rock orbiting the Sun. And Pluto is a very small, solid, and icy, and its data have been frozen, so to speak. And what I mean is, well, you may have read in the newspaper or Science magazine that Pluto's small size, icy composition, and tilted elliptic orbit have led scientists to debate its classification as a planet. Some always thought it out of it. Those scientists believed Pluto should be grouped with the asteroid or comets because the reason is because several other icy bodies have recently been found beyond the orbit of Neptune. Anyway, Pluto is the outer almost circle except when it passes briefly inside Neptune's orbit. Most of the bodies in the solar system moves around the Sun in elliptical orbit located in the same disk around the Sun, indicating all the planets are in the same direction. Counterclockwise when viewed from the world, and all but Venus, Uranus, and Pluto all spin around their axis in this direction. Moons also spin as they, in turn, orbit their planets. This entire solar system, always the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, which is today's significant topic. The Milky Way is a name given to the faint band of light that stretches across the night sky. This light comes from stars and nebulae, clouds and dust, and inner galaxy, known either as the Milky Way galaxy or simply as the galaxy. By the way, does anyone know how many stars there are in the galaxy? Around like several billion? Yeah, right, that there are a lot. And nobody knows exactly how many, but the number of stars has been estimated to be between 200 billion and 400 billion. The galaxy is shaped like a spiral with a dense central bulge that is a center for arms spiraling outwards and surrounded by a less dense halo. The Milky Way is actually the plane of the disk of our galaxy. Our Sun is one rather faint example of these zillions of stars that make up our galaxy. The Sun is in this disk about two-thirds of the way from the center to its edge, so when at night we look around the disk, we see the Milky Way, while looking in the other direction that is out of the plane, we see far fewer stars. Because our solar system is in one of the spiral arms, the Orion arm from our position, the center of the galaxy is completely obscured by dust clouds. As a result, optical maps give only a limited view of a galaxy. However, a more complete picture can be obtained by studying radio, infrared, and other radiation. According to radio and infrared observation eliciting the nuclear core proof that the galactic center bulge is a relatively small dense sphere that contains mainly older red and yellow stars. The halo is a residence region in which the oldest stars are situated. Some of these stars may be as old as the galaxy itself. The spiral arms contain mainly hot young blue stars, and vessel nebula inside which stars are born. These young stars span an age range between a million and 10 billion years. There is also growing evidence for massive black hole at the center of the bulge. The galaxy is vast, about 100 billion light years across. A light year is about 5,879 billion miles. In comparison, the solar system seems tiny. At our 12 hour right hour, the sweet still whopping by 8 billion miles. As a guide to physical scale, if the galaxy were reduced to 1,000 miles in diameter, the solar system would be a mere 1 inch in width. The entire galaxy is also rotating around its center in space. The innerst traveled faster than those further out. The Sun, which is, as I said, about two-thirds out from the galaxy's center, completes one lap of the galaxy about every 220 million years, which means it rotates at the speed of roughly 200 per second or 800,000 kilometers per hour.